What? You? And he looked up and he saw me. He said, yo, you running against JT? You might as well drop out, bro. You're not gonna win. Let it go. Crumbles my flyer up and throws the motherfucker. I've never felt more sorry for myself in my life. What's good, Caption Gang? We back. What another story time. Man, listen. This is sophomore year at co-op. For those of you who don't know what co-op is the high school that I went to. I'm not gonna talk about freshman year. Like, I'm not gonna do a video on freshman year because freshman year wasn't as eventful as sophomore, junior, and senior year. So I'm gonna do these, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 3 videos of these for the story time, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how well this one does, will depend on if I do the next 2. But sophomore year, I'm gonna tell you why this year is important, right? Because this had to be the worst year of school I've ever had in my entire fucking life. When I say the worst year, you know we all have some bad years in school, but this was the worst year ever. And I'm gonna tell you, it's 3 reasons why. The coronation is one of the biggest dances in high school. It happens every year. That's when it's homecoming. I don't know what coronation. Homecoming. We don't call it homecoming, right? So homecoming was one reason. The relationship I was in was the second reason. And then the haircut that I decided to get was the 3rd reason. Y'all already know about the haircut. I did a whole entire video on that. Yeah, that all happened that year. But make sure you like, subscribe, and we're going for a ride right now. So just stay with me, you know what I'm saying? Because this story is fucking important. And everybody that went to co-op that was there is important, is an important factor. So listen to these names. There's 2 names that are important in this factor. That's JT and that's Savian. Two of my brothers now, like my best friends now, for sure. Like, these are my brothers. For real. I talk to these niggas all the time. These are really my dogs. But at the time, we weren't friends yet. Like, except for me and JT was cool. Me and Savian weren't friends. I did not like Savian. So we're gonna jump into this. He the one who told me to do this video, so this is why it's important. 1, shout out DreamCon. They the real OGs. DreamCon 2025 gonna be a movie. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets for sure. Now that that's done, let's get into it. Alright, so the start of sophomore year, right? Now I'm coming up off of a cool freshman year. Freshman year was chill, it was fun, you know, I made my mark, you know, it was cool. I wasn't popular, but I was just known for the wrong reasons. I was the clown, you know what I'm saying? Sophomore year comes in, I'm like, I need to make a different impact. You see what I'm saying? Like, something different. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run for homecoming king for the sophomores, because it's Mr. Freshman, Mr. Sophomore, Mr. Junior, Mr. Senior, and then Mr. Co-op. I mean, that's for the seniors. Only they can do something like that. So, I was like, you know, I'm gonna run for Mr. Sophomore. Now, at the time that I decided that I was gonna run, the most popular freshman, well, sophomore at this time, the most popular sophomore ran. That sophomore was JT Gardner. Shout out my boy. Also my tattoo artist. If you need some ink, hit up my boy Kaz. I gotta throw him in. But JT, my best friend to this day, he decided to run this year. Now, when you talk about popular, he was that guy, like that movie type guy. He was a state champion in track and in football. He, like, all the females loved him. He had that look, and he was just chill. He was to himself. Like, he didn't live in the hype that was surrounding him. He was just chilling. He was always cool. Mind you, me and JT have never had a problem. He was cool with me. Like, we were cool, but we weren't like as tight as we were now. But he so he ran. So when I saw it on the ballot, me being the person that I am, I won't back down from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, at the end of the day, it ain't about looks. It's about personality. That's what's gonna get the votes for real. So why would I not run? Now, granted, people like me, but nowhere near where he was with it. So nobody else would run against him, which made it even worse. So I was like, yo, I gotta run against him now, because if I beat him, that means something to the culture. That means everything. It meant absolutely fucking nothing. It meant absolutely nothing. Okay, so now the race begins. You know, I put up a few flyers. Here's why I knew I was going to lose. I should have knew that I was going to lose. There were flyers for him all over the school. There were flyers on the bulletin boards, flyers in the principal office, flyers on the lockers of him all over. This man didn't make one flyer, didn't put up one flyer, didn't even post his flyer on his Instagram. This is why it bothers me. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do anything. I was picking up my flyers. I was sending them to people and like, yo, post this on your story. Da 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 da. I was going the full campaign route. This nigga did nothing. He did nothing. There were women posting his flyers for him. I swear to God, this is not. He did nothing. And then top it off, he was tall, light skinned, but he did nothing. He did nothing at all. It was making me mad because it was some psychological thing. Like, yo, he's not doing nothing. How is he getting all this clout? But I still got, you know what I'm saying? I still got heart. Now, this went on for about like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm going hard. I felt confident that I might win. So, one day, like 2-3 days before coordination, homecoming, I'm walking out the library, right? As I'm walking out the library, I see Savian. Now, this is why Save becomes Save also, my brother, my best friend to this day. That's my dog. We've been friends damn near 9 to 10 years now. That's my boy. At the time, I didn't like Save. I didn't like Save at all. Save had made a comment to me freshman year or something like that, and I didn't feel right about it. It was nothing. It was stupid, but I didn't like him at the time. He was standing. Now, Save, his popularity was up there for sure. He was another one that was like JT, except Save was tall and dark skinned. He was a state champion in track. So he was out there and he was with a group of the prettiest girls in that bracket at the time. They were also sophomores, but they were legit. And one of them was his ex-girlfriend. But he was with all of them. So it was just a coincidence that I was coming out the library and they didn't see me. I'm walking out. They're standing by the stairs and my flyer's right there. He takes my flyer off the wall and was like, so I'm listening. I'm about to walk up the stairs past him and I'm listening. He like, what? And he looked up and he saw me. He said, yo, you running against JT? You might as well drop out, bro. You're not gonna win. Let it go. Crumbles my flyer up and throws the motherfucker. I've never felt more sorry for myself in my life. Yo, he really, and then to the point where I was that guy, like where it was like, his girlfriend was like, no, all the girls was laughing. His girlfriend was like, Save, stop it, that's not right. I was that dude that was getting that much, like, it felt like a movie, y'all. I'm telling you, like, he made me feel so bad about it. He was just like, bro, you're not gonna win, bro. You might as well let it go, bro. His clout is like, he was babbling. So me being me, man, I don't feel about none of that. Now I kept walking up the stairs. I still felt like in my heart there was a chance that I was gonna win. Now coronation happens. We get to coronation, right? I lose by a huge margin. I think the only person that voted for me was JT, and he won. Oh my God. Yo, it was so bad, dude. It was horrible, man. I did not win. So I lost. So then that happened. So I'm like, all right, cool. Now, pay attention. This was the first half of sophomore year, like already, like the quarter of sophomore year. Now we in like November, December. So I feel a little low, but I have a girlfriend at the time who I care about very much, you know? My first real relationship, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with her, you know what I mean? And then I dated her for a while. So being with her, she was a really pretty girl. So it gave me confidence. Like I was like, she pretty, I'm ugly as hell. Now mind you, I got a chipped tooth, all of that. Like my style is all I had. Like I loved Adidas so much. as y'all know from the last video, when I say I love Adidas, what happened afterwards. So I had a lot of confidence in myself. I decided that I was gonna go. Now, mind you, me and her still together. Now, this is like March now. I did something stupid like March now. I go and get a haircut, and I get the Adidas sign. That video that y'all seen, I'm gonna throw the picture up in here. I get the Adidas sign. It's the dumbest move I could have ever done in my life. Like, dumbest move ever. If y'all want to see that video and that story, I'm gonna drop the link in this video right here. Just click the link, go to the next video. You can hear that story. I get an Adidas sign. Mind y'all, I played basketball for co-op. So, another homie of mine, who is my homie to this day, shout out Work, aka Work Your Mom. Work, that's my boy. He's the reason why I got into doing stand-up comedy. At the time, we weren't friends. I didn't know him, but he happened to be the best ranker, like flame, like he will flame you up, like the best roast person in New Haven. Work, hands down. We go to this school called Cross. Cross is where we played at. It's it is the biggest high school in New Haven. We go there. I have an Adidas sign in my head. I have a pretty girlfriend at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to play ball. This man flamed me so bad, like so bad, to the point where my girlfriend looked at me like, she was like, you know, I wouldn't try to say, she told me, she said, I wouldn't try to say anything back because you don't want to make it worse. Y'all, it was rough. It was rough. I got laughed at by the whole entire gym. People I didn't even know. And mind you, it was a bunch of different schools there. Metro, Co-op, Cross, like, so HSC, it's mad different schools there, and I'm just getting flamed up, and I'm like, oh, like him, and actually my cousin Umi, who actually that's my boy too, that's my cousin. I got flamed up so bad, you know, so bad, but I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through these things, because I wouldn't be the beast I am today if it wasn't for none of that. So that stuff I look back and I laugh at. This is why this story is great. You know what I'm saying? And it's real. It ain't fake, and everybody can justify this story. Now, I get flamed up, whatever. I get flamed up for 3 weeks straight. Now we getting into April, like May time. Nothing gets better. Like, it don't get better from here. So, that happens, and then I end up getting cheated on. Well, I was been getting cheated on. I had just found out about it, you know, which I don't blame her. Yeah, I was a really, really nice guy, but the Adidas sign, the Adidas outfits, the chip tooth, like being laughed at all the time, me like would have left me, you know. But she ain't leave. She cheated on me, but it's okay, you know. So I got cheated on. I found out. I was like, yo, I said this. Now this all happened. All of this happens. And then June hits. That's the end of the year. Like, it's over now. I sat down at my brother's house. Like, I tell you, I left New Haven for the summer because the junior year video is gonna be the one I'm gonna do after this. Depending on how many likes this get, that was when I hit my prime. That's when things changed. I got popular and I went wild. But that's gonna be for another video. But this right now is about sophomore year. I left town. I stayed at my brother's crib in Milford for the whole summer. Until the Adidas sign went away, I had to let my hair grow for it to go away. And I was like, yo, I will never experience this shit again. I promise you, I will never go through this again in my life. Shout out to JT and shout out to Stave, because those are really my brothers and my dogs. Trust these niggas with my life. They're my best friends to this day. But, like, it's crazy how all of that really happened, like, that year. Like, crazy. I had it bad, like horrible. Like, I don't wish that on nobody. So if anybody's going to high school or you in that stage right now, the best advice that I can give you, do not act off of impulse. Do not act and don't listen to that stupid shit where people be like, oh, you should just be comfortable being you. Absolutely not. Yeah, be you. personally, be you. But don't make crazy decisions to your look based off of what you feel in your heart. Because I promise you, it's not gonna come out how you thought. When I walked into that barbershop and I got that cut, in my head, I was Run DMC. I walked out. When I walked in the co-op, I should have ran down the street. Not Run DMC, I should have ran down the street. Not Run DMC, run down the street. That's what I should have did. Because nothing good came out of that haircut. Nothing good. But I tell you one thing, going through all of that craziness made this nigga right here. Because I promise you, I told myself before I walked in the junior year, I would never, ever, ever be in that state of mind ever again, or be in that headspace, go through any of that ever again. It will never happen. You know, it won't happen. Listen, to each his own, you know. If you feel comfortable like just doing whatever to your parents and stuff like that, cool. But be ready for the consequences that come with it. Because now it was social media when I was in high school, but Instagram and stuff was just like getting there. It wasn't as big. The biggest thing at that point in time was Kick. Kick was the biggest thing, and I was just messing with it. Right now, if I was in high school and I went and put an Adidas sign in my head, I'd be trending all over TikTok. I'd be trending all over TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, you name it, I'm on it. It would have been so much worse for me now because it would have been worldwide. So please, y'all, yeah, always be yourself, but be smart about the things you do to your look. And also, it's cool to take chances. But if you're running against somebody like JT, and you know you done did some foolishness, because I was doing foolishness as well, too. It's okay to sit some battles out, you know? It's right to sit some battles out. With that being said, I ain't got time for y'all no more. I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. It don't matter. I'm good now. Shit, I'm about to go watch that Mimi and Nico. That's what I need to go watch, that Mimi and Nico. Holla at y'all. Look, that. I mean, he got me fucked up. Hey, JT, man, what's wrong with this?
Closed captioning gaming.
Closed captioning gaming.
Listen, if you're not subscribing, what are you doing? What are you doing?